Okay, so today we're going to speak about metrics, Facebook ad metrics, which metric is important and which one isn't. And that's why I have two products today in order to speak about those specific metrics. I already spoke about those two products, winner versus a non winning product, at early stages. But now this video is simply about metrics and what you need to look for when it comes down to a winning product and what you need to avoid when it comes down to a product that is not a winning product. Okay, so let's dive in this metrics hunting. To be honest, there's a lot of metrics. They look scary, but they aren't scary. The only thing that you need to understand is the reason that you're not good with Facebook is because you're not testing enough. The moment that you start testing like, you don't need to start testing like with billions of dollars. Like, you only need to start testing, let's say, one product a week, two, three products a week, whatever makes you comfortable. Like, if you have a lot of work, a lot of things, go slower. If you have more time, then go harder. But just test consistently, and you will see some patterns. And those patterns, you will be able to start reading metrics and to understand what's going on. Okay, so as you can see right here, spend. So spend, ROAS, purchases, ATC, cost, ATC, CPA, CV, CTR, CPC, and CPM. So all of those, they seem scary, but they're not. So the spending, as it is the spending amount of money that you spend running those ad sets or that campaign. As you can see, right here is the ROAS. So what is the ROAS? Is the return, um, uh, the return on investment. So basically, that's what it is. So for every dollar that I invest, how much I get back. So as you can see, for every dollar that I invest here, I got $70.82 back. So this one is highly profitable at an early stage. So that was good. Here, the purchases, and on here, as you can see, it's getting closer and closer to the basically the break even point. It is basically not profitable. So that's what it is. And the ROAS can tell you really quickly if you're profitable or not. As you can see, none of them have the ROAS on here because they didn't make any sales. So when you start making sales, the ROAS is an important metrics that tells you if your product is good or not. If you don't know how to calculate your ROAS, because there's a calculation that needs to be made, put it on ChatGPT, say how to calculate the ROAS. They're going to ask you, what is the price of the product? How much does it cost you to get the product? And they're going to make a calculation, and it's going to tell you what is your break even ROAS. So as you can see, this is a return on ad spend, so return on investment. But it's going to tell you, like, okay, what is my break even? So below, let's say my break even is 1.45. So below 1.45, I'm losing money. Above 1.45, I'm making money. As simple as it is. There's nothing more easier said than that. Okay, so purchases, the amount of sales that you have. ATCs, it is extremely important to have to look at ATCs. And why? Because it tells me that people want the product. Look at this: 10, 8, 1, 0, 0, 0. So we can clearly see that there's demand. People want the products. And it leads me to, like, oh, there's going to be sales coming soon, probably. And that's what happened here. And on here, I got one sale, yes, but it was a lucky sale. So people were interested, but not that interested. Like I said, you need to take every metrics with a grain of salt, not be like, oh, it has add to cart, I'm going to be rich by tomorrow, I know sales are going to come in. No, there's a balance between both that you need to understand. As you can see on here, it is highly profitable, but on here, it is not profitable. So it is what it is. Okay, so cost per ATC. Normally, so this is the cost to acquire an add to cart. Everything under like $15, $20 is great, to be honest. That's what I try to look for. Everything above $20, it means that, yeah, like there's probably a problem on your website. That's what it tells me. So overall, if I get a higher $20 add to cart, is just like, okay, there's a problem on my website. My landing page is trash. I need to change it. Okay, CPA. So the CPA is just how much does it cost me to acquire a client. As you can see on here, my profit on this product, I believe it was like $35. So on here, I'm unprofitable, but on here, I'm highly profitable. So that's great. So I know this one is highly profitable. The CV is just like the revenue that I've made with the product of the 2 day of testing. So as you can see, I made $400 in 2 days. Not so bad with this product. And this one bring all the sales. So I know this interest will be the best one. And I will need to find similar interest to that one and none to those one. Okay, OBCTR, so the outbound CTR click through rate. As you can see, everything above 1% is great. Everything across the board here is above 2% and even almost 3%. So it means that people are interacting with our images. They like what they saw. They like the website. Like overall, everything is doing great. So it's just like it tells me like people are love what they see. That's the way that I see it. CPC, if overall your like on here it's great, 0.39. If your CPC is above a dollar, it simply means that your product selection isn't good or your creative isn't good. But most of the time, it's high likely your products. You're not a good product research. It's not great. So you need to find better products. On here is CPM. So it's cost per impression. So out of 1,000 people, how much it costs you to get 1,000 people to see your ad, to show your ads to actually. So on here, everything under $20, super good, super good. So everything on here. So this and this was great. This not too great, not too great. So the audiences weren't there. So this tells me, have I selected the correct interest? So 11 on here, I can see that interests are properly selected, medium, medium, properly selected, and horrible. So this interest is simply not good. So that's what it is. So overall, as you can see, this is a testing of 2 days. As you can see, I use TripleWhale to track my metrics. So that's why I read my metrics on here. And there's like a little whale tail on here. So I spent $144 to make $397. Let's calculate right now my profit on that. So it's $35 per item sold times 6. So 210 minus 144. So $66. So let's run it at 50. So I made $50 out of my 2 days worth of testing. So this is very good, knowing that all of those interests are not profitable. I just find a winning interest that I'll need to find more of, or I just need to scale that one. But overall, on the testing phase, making a profit is absolutely a huge win. Okay, so as you can see on here, across the board, it is not good. So this is another product that is not profitable. Spent 115. I've made a sale, so that's why I let it run a little bit more than I used to. Add to cart are great. Cost per add to cart, great. On on here, the so yeah, cost per add to cart. What? Okay, so this is the total sales on here, as you can see. Okay, so yeah, CPA. Oh no, this is the CPA. This is the total sales. This is the CTR. So CTR is great, but this is where it becomes horrible. Look at the CPC 4.91, 3.51, 2.82. Everything above a dollar is horrible. Here, the CPM, the audience is not great at all. CPM is amazing here. So even though those metrics are good here, but are not good here, the overall tells me, look, I've spent $27 on here. My break even is, I think about 35 or 40. I think it's closer to 40, to be honest. I think it's $40. So $40, but I spent 27, 27, 27, 27, $30, $30. But here it's just because the CPC was horrible that I decided to cut it early. But on here, like I spent $48, and I was expecting more than one sales. Like this is not good. This is definitely not good. $48 CPA, it should bring more. So overall, this campaign leads me to believe that this one was a lucky sale. And on here in this scenario, this one got 5 sales. 5 sales, look, 144. No, look, just look at here. $44 spent, and on here 48. So this one spends more, and this one got 5 sales. This one got 1. 5 sales. This one got 1. So this is just craziness. So that's why when I see people that are like, oh, I got 2 sales, and they start spending hundreds of dollars, I'm like, okay, but you didn't have a winner. Yeah, but I got a sale. I know there's something good that I'm doing. No, definitely not. Not good. So make sure that you're doing the proper things. You're looking at your metrics, and you're not overspending, because this compared to this is definitely days and night. On here, let's say $35 profit, 115. So I'm like how much is that in the negative? Let me see. So 115 minus $35 in sales. So I'm $80 in the negative. The other one was $50 in the positive. So definitely this is not a winning product. And this is how you read your metrics, and this is how you be efficient. But yeah, that's what it is, guys. So if you have any question, need any help, let me know down below. Wish you all an amazing rest of your day. Take care and peace out.